This one's for you if you're thinking of dieting. The word diet makes us think of restriction, withdrawal, and holding off. These terms do not help our psychology in moving forwards with sustainable fat loss. Instead, a lot of us fail, and we often feel like we've just gone backwards. And this happens because we don't genuinely understand what a diet is and what we're doing. Every single diet you can think of, right, it just indirectly causes a calorie deficit, which is the foundation to any fat loss. It's to practice your body being in a calorie deficit. And for some reason, cutting out carbohydrates is one of the most popular things that people do. When you cut out carbohydrates, whether it's low carb diet or keto, which is pretty much you're not having any carbs, all you're doing, carbs is one of the three macronutrients like protein, carbs and fats. All you're doing is just taking off all the calories that you could have consumed from your carbohydrates, and now you can only have your calories from your protein and fat. And as a consequence, pizza, bread, chips get withdrawn because these foods are believed to be the foods that are contributing to fat gain, when in essence, the food inherently never determines fat gain. It is your ability to manage a calorie deficit through your energy intake against your expenditure in life. A day in, day out practice. The food is never inherently the reason you've gained fat. It's your response to the food if it's caused you to overeat in the calories from that food choice. We all respond to food differently. If you find certain carbohydrates palatable and addictive, of course you're going to eat more, which is going to increase the calorie amount that you've just consumed. That's not to say that other people don't have control measures over these foods and just eat them more sensibly, which basically just helps their calorie intake stay suitable for their fat loss if they're wanting to go into a calorie deficit. Now, if you ever feel like you've failed a diet, you've not exactly failed it, it's just you've not understood what you've done and why you've done it. In fat loss, no food needs inherently restricting or withdrawing. You've just got to understand how your body responds if certain foods influence your ability to consume more calories than what you needed. So pay attention to your body, educate yourself on food choices. My Fitness Basics education page will help a lot with this. I provide meal ideas. They will always remain ideas, like I say. You should have the freedom to make your own food choices and be happy with them. Calories are all that matter fundamentally when it comes to fat loss. So I hope you learned a thing or two there. Your own way of eating is personal to you. Reframe your idea of a diet into just controlling your calorie intake, and fat loss will occur that way.